weirdest thing I've ever had to sign, let's say, put it in that, was well, it was kind of weird what the fan did, because they gave me their dog and she was kind of nodding like, take the dog. I was like, I'm not going to take your dog. And then she pointed to the collar. She's like, no, she wanted me to sign the dog collar. But I was like, couldn't you have just taken the collar off? But no. So I was like, awkwardly signed this dog collar as the dog's kind of trying to stop me. Oh, I offered Lewis a charity match.
That.
Okay, so I'd started it on social, and then I man to man, we're at a dinner in China. We did a dinner with all the drivers last year, and we sat opposite, and I said, Lewis, I've got a proposal for you. And he was a little bit hesitant. He's like, what the hell is this kid gonna ask me? Is this like a drug deal or something? And I asked him, and he like kind of shrugged it off, and yeah, so that would be cool. Whatever. If there was time and the opportunity, absolutely. First race I'd probably do is, even though it scares the crap out of me, Daytona 500. Yeah, that's something I've always like been very curious about.
Speed?
Yeah, and it's just cool. Just the whole like the close racing and the strategy behind it, like the little mind games, that's cool. So yeah, that, and I'd love to ride a MotoGP bike. That'd be cool to do some testing. First road car was the Toyota Hilux. Still got it.
Yeah.
Still got it back home. In about 11 years, it's done like 40,000 kilometers. Still brand new. I actually don't think I've had one. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. You didn't make it.
Yeah, she's touching wood.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fact. Up until now, I haven't had one. Yeah, a couple Porsches, a couple old ones, which are quite cool. And then, yeah, in Europe, thanks to these guys, Aston Martin, currently got a Vantage V12S. And yeah, I think they're like, you can have the DB11 if you want, but I'm kind of like, the V12 is pretty cool for now. No simulators. They're kind of boring. Besides myself, it's not arrogant, it's just confidence, kids, it's all. I'm curious about Lewis and Fernando. I would love to have them as teammates. But out of teammates I've had over time, I'd probably say Max. So yeah, those three come to mind. I'm not worried about Max. You know, I think one of my strengths in a way is I focus on myself first, because I believe in myself. I'm like, okay, if I get my shit together, basically, then I believe I'll get the job done. At the same time, I'm not ignorant. Like, I feel there's always things to learn, so I will try and learn from other people as well, and the fact that Max is a teammate, I've got his data to look at, so I'm going to use that if I can to my advantage as well, and like he can use mine. So I definitely realise he's a tough opponent, and if I'm not on my game, sure, he's a very big threat. So he keeps me very honest. Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, I still see myself as me. I don't look in the mirror and see another person or a different person. I've definitely changed, but not necessarily because of F1 or fame. It's just life. You know, I've got older, I got more mature, and I travel the world, so I see things, I meet people. So I feel that's changed me more than the popularity, you know, so to speak. So yeah, I think I still feel like the same kid I was when I was young in terms of me in my own skin. So my friends still treat me the same. So if they started treating me different, then I'd probably think otherwise. I did go to Adelaide. I think it was 93, I think I went there. There's a photo of me asleep on the start-finish line, like on the pit wall after the race. I was knackered, but I've only really properly experienced Melbourne because I was so young when Adelaide was around, and for me Melbourne's always been great. So I don't think there's anything at all wrong with what Melbourne do. I think they do a great job. going back in time, everyone always used to say as well, Adelaide was badass. They're like, it was so cool. Everyone just got involved. The bars, the restaurants were booming. So that sounds fun as well. So if I'm honest, I think they'd both get the job done. So
Maybe Perth GP.
Perth, they'd have a bit to prove, but sure. It's only one way up for Perth and Adelaide, right?